When you can actually see your profit for the year in dollars and cents, it gets you more in the notion of selling corn, knowing that I can lock in a $50,000 profit or whatever the profit is. You want to lock it in. If I know I can make that much profit in a year, I will be in business next year.
Good afternoon, welcome to GrainTV. My name's Cody Bills. Today is the 26th, it's a Tuesday, and we had corn moving about 2.5 cents lower here on the day. Soybeans down 1 1/4, wheat in Chicago up 2 cents, Kansas City wheat trading down 1.5 cents, and spring wheat down 2.5 cents here on the day. We did have Egypt's gas issue an international tender here yesterday. It looks as though Russia and Romania won that tender, selling 174,000 metric tons of wheat here to Egypt. It is kind of interesting. We also had the Russian Agricultural Ministry out here today announcing that they expect the 14-15 exports to be around 27.5 to 30 million metric tons relative to their previous expectations of between 25 to 27 million metric tons. Right now, when you look at U.S. wheat on the global market, we're about $4 per ton more expensive than Black Sea wheat. One of the reasons why Russia most likely won that tender from Egypt. But it looks as though with the Ag Ministry out of Russia increasing their export forecast, it looks as though this could be the trend here as Russia has more wheat they need to move out of their country and likely to see that be more competitively priced here than U.S. wheat. We'll have to pay attention to that as we move down the line. Let's switch our attention over here to the soybean spread, which really was very active here today. September soybeans relative to the November contract, we saw that bull spread unwinding here. Really, yesterday, about mid-morning, we saw the spread peak here at about a 151. So 151 cents. September was priced at 151 cents over the November contract. Since then, we've seen that spread unwind significantly, now trading only 45 cents over in the November contract. A lot of that has to do with the fact that we are seeing harvest here in the southern part of the U.S. We are seeing good yields out of the southern part of the U.S. There was talk that in Mississippi they were seeing yields between 50 to 80 bushels per acre. In Louisiana, they were seeing bushels per acre come in around 48. So really very positive yields here. It looks as though the supply that's coming out of fields now is going to help meet some of that demand that we saw in that short squeeze that we saw at the end of the crop year just really a day ago. So that's one of the reasons why we are seeing the September contract shed a lot of the price premium it had over November, and I wouldn't really expect this to have another short squeeze in this contract, as first notice is coming up here on Friday. So if you are in a September contract, just do make note of that. It's probably wise to roll to the December contract for corn. It's probably wise to roll to the November contract for soybeans. Let's turn our attention over to what we saw really across the news wires here today. There was talk a lot about sudden death syndrome in Illinois, also parts of eastern part of Kansas, southeastern part of Iowa, and Missouri as well. So we are hearing of this sudden death syndrome, which is really very difficult to estimate how this will affect the crop. This is, I can't really speculate as to how important this will be. I can speculate. I would suggest that this will, as we talk more and more about this in the coming days, this may add a bit of a premium to soybeans. It's very difficult to predict exactly how this is going to affect yields. Now, there was talk about sudden death syndrome in the Indiana Crop Progress Report here this week, but I would expect more details to emerge here in next Monday's report. But keep a close watch on that. I think that's something that's going to start maybe flare up a little bit here, cause a little bit of concern for this year's soybean production. Also, I want to finish off here on this tweet that came across Twitter here today. I thought it was pretty humorous, really kind of shedding light here on the rail situation in North Dakota and really the western part of the grain belt. So guys, that's pretty much wrapping up today's show. If you have any questions about what we talked about today, give us a call at 877-472-4607. Thanks a lot for tuning in. We'll see you here tomorrow.